Hi, thank you so much for doing your first essays. Well done. My name is Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here. I'm sorry there's been a delay in getting this back to you. Ellen isn't very well, so I'm picking this up for her. So the first task you've done is about doing an enjoyable activity with a child. Can this develop better skills and more creativity than reading? So you're absolutely right in talking about the benefits of reading, but then comparing that to, other things that people could be doing. So here we go. I believe that a discussion about developing creativity and the imagination of children is one of the most important questions in child psychology. So you can see as we go along, I'm going to add little extra words that might help you or correct any grammar little mistakes that you have here. So I disagree that enjoyable activities. Okay, I disagree that now it's really doing it that so be careful repeating the words in the question because you don't get any points for doing that. So make sure you paraphrase as much as possible. So you could say, I disagree that participating in or helping a child with different hobbies maybe can develop better skills and more creativity than reading. So you don't need to, what you're doing is repeating the question. So I would avoid that. Say it in a different way. Moreover, who said that reading is not enjoyable? Now, be very careful. For me, the questions in this kind of academic essay don't work. I think it's very important that you stay academic, which means that a better way would be to say, give me your opinion, that's fine, and you could say, and so then introduce your essay. So this essay will discuss reasons for and against, that kind of thing, using examples from Russia, and or wherever you're going to use your examples from. So the next module you do on the course will help you a bit more on the organization of the essay, and that will help you on your coherence and cohesion. So firstly, I want to admit now, you've given me your opinion at the intro, and you're going to give it to me again at the end. So now I would not use your opinion. I'd keep that away for now. I would say experts believe, or many educationalists believe, that reading is the most important what? You need to have a noun in there, or you have to say reading is extremely important for infants and toddlers. Or, yeah, because obviously infants can't read, but reading, you could expand this, reading and reading, looking, and learning from books, you could say. So if you say three things instead of one, that's going to get you more points. This is because they not only listen to the relatively lovely voice, okay, don't comment on that. Again, that's your opinion. We don't want that. It might be true. But they not only listen to their parents or teachers' soothing voice, you could say, but also look at bright pictures in books. Good. For example, recent rather than last Russian research showed, I would use children, not kids. Kids is not academic. Remember, you'll need to write at the highest level you can. So you'll imagine the examiner is like the most frightening teacher you've ever had. So you want to have this super correct English. So children at a young age are able to learn vocabulary, understand different subjects, for example, the weather, mood, seasons, and animals through books. Okay, they need to understand this, and books can help with this. So just join those two sentences together. Therefore, we see the importance of reading for little babies. Okay. Secondly, so come down here, just help me on the paragraphs. Secondly, exploring books is a significant way for the older child to develop creativity. Yes. So we've got creativity. Can we find another word here? Develop their imagination and creativity. This is due to the fact that reading books helps to dream about fantasy worlds. Absolutely. Join in incredible adventures, become a king, defeat a monster, and all of this they could then paint or sculpt or write about after reading. That's a really lovely idea. Very well said. Good, I like that. I wouldn't go take, for example. I just go straight in. For example, Or you've got, for example, there, you could say, as an example, something like that. Children over 2 understand speech, follow the content of a book, and successfully play the situations from books in reality. Okay, successfully role play or recreate would be the verb you want there, the situations they have seen in books. Consequently, it is important, or it's key or crucial, not only for small children, but for older children to read books which they can enjoy and develop, or can enjoy and learn from, or can enjoy and recreate, something like that. It's a nice point you're making, that the book is a starting point for many other activities. To conclude from the examples and arguments given, good, I firmly disagree that doing an enjoyable activity can develop better skills and more creativity than reading. In the future, I believe reading will be more and more popular. Yep, okay, that's fine. Now, what you haven't done here is told me what you mean by better skills, and told me what you mean by doing an enjoyable activity. So that's 2 really important parts of the task achievement. So in this essay, okay, you're giving me your opinion, but it's not just an opinion essay. In this kind of essay, you need to talk about both halves. This is one half. They can develop better skills doing something else. And the other half is reading. So you need a little bit, it's quite short, you need a little bit more in here, talking about what these other skills might be. So could be playing football, could be going to a museum, could be going to a cinema, could be just walking in the park, something like that. And does that help you think? Does it help you become a team player? All these other skills which you need to mention. Okay, so you've kind of given me one half of the essay, but maybe not the other half. But don't worry, because as you go through the course, you will have so much practice. So some people think schools have to be more entertaining, while others think their sole purpose is to educate. So similar, we're talking about education and children again, aren't we? So nowadays, almost every parent faces a problem that their children do not want to study at school. Yeah, that's so true. And faces the problem rather than because it's a specific one you're referring to, the problem that their children may not want. Be careful here. Just stand back. We don't know if that's true. Just go, so may not want. Truth be told, now I wouldn't put that, it's a nice natural sounding expression, but I wouldn't use it in an essay, unfortunately. So you could put here, whilst I understand this viewpoint, okay, whilst I understand this viewpoint, and maybe the solution is that schools become more entertaining year by year. Now, when we're going to use, again, same issue as before, entertaining. So tell me, what do you mean by entertaining? So you could have interesting, stimulating, exciting, challenging, all sorts of other adjectives you could use. So try not to repeat the words in the question, because you won't get any points for that in terms of your vocabulary. You want to get vocabulary points, which is the lexis. So firstly, I want to note, again, here I would take out you here. So as I said above, I'd go many people, or educationalists, or experts, or it is undeniable that, or worldwide, school children spend half the day at school and study all this time. And to study all this time can be very challenging. So really hard, again, that's not really like high level enough. This is why creative and unusual fun school activities, good, nice words here, should attract and hold a child's attention. Moreover, brain-relaxing activities during their school hours can help them remember information in class better. Okay, yeah, good point. That's nicely made. Do you want to give me an example of what these brain-relaxing activities might be? You could put here, such as sport, or like art, or music, something like that. So every time you make a statement, see if you could develop it a tiny bit more, and then that will get you lots of points in terms of task achievement. So maybe just add in just those little words, makes a big difference. Okay, so for example, according to research, 80%, right, research from where? So tell me where? 80% of school children want to return to study the next day after next day when, so don't repeat this because this is the same as want to return. Want to return the next day if their school day has been exciting or challenging, stimulating, again, one of these words. Okay. Therefore, we can motivate children. Yeah, it is. So therefore, it is possible to motivate our children to study with a smile. I like that, and at the same time to remember their information better. Okay, good. Secondly, the learning process. So, okay, certainly, in many establishments or in many schools, the learning process can get monotonous and dull if it's not blended with entertainment. Good. Okay, you've kind of said that, but you're going to develop this point for me. So this is due to the fact that visiting, yes, okay, visiting a science lecture or just joke or discussion on the topic to help a child get involved. Yes, this is due to the fact that visiting us. Okay, I think you might want to turn this around a bit and say, in order for children to get more involved with the subject or to be inspired by the subject, or the lecturer could make the lessons funny or spend more time on experiments and practical activities, something like that. That just needs a little bit of kind of change it round a bit. For instance, science told us then deeper student involved in the subject is more comfortable and peaceful in the class. Yes. For instance, research. I don't think you mean science like maths, like physics and chemistry. Do you mean research has proved that this is nice. The deeper the student is involved in the subject, the more he is comfortable. So you want the plus comparative, the more plus adjective. That would balance that nicely there. Well done. Consequently, making education more interesting for children to not only remember a course, but also to relate to a fun-filled activity that was discussed. Okay, so consequently, it is important to make education. I think you need a little bit more on that bit there. So to conclude from the examples and arguments given, I absolutely agree with the position that schools should be more, and we're not going to repeat that, we're going to think of something else to say. In the future, I believe, you don't need commas there, the commas can go. I believe that every school will be, maybe that the schools will reposition their priorities to balance academic, the importance of academics with additional, more fulfilling activities or something like that. So you've done really nicely here. Again, I think same sort of issue with the other one, that you must address both sides of the question. So sole purpose to educate. Yes, of course, a lot of schools still just do academic subjects, get very good results. Students go to university, have high-level jobs. You need to kind of say, yes, that's absolutely great, but you think the other side of the argument is more important. So careful when you plan your essay, read the question really, really carefully and make sure as you go through, you are addressing both sides of the argument. So keep yourself on topic, keep checking the question. Am I answering the question? But you've done really nicely, great first essays, and as you go through the course, you'll find much more help to guide you. But really well done, thank you.